Okay, so we're here on step 7, working on example number 3, evaluating premises for sufficiency. Make a new text box here. And let's look at each premise. Thinking about all the premises that are providing any evidence for another claim we put together. So 2 and 3. The vast majority of serial rapists are also major consumers of pornography. Let's assume that's true and relevant, acceptable and relevant. Same thing with 3. They often act out scenes. Therefore, pornography makes people into violent criminals. Insufficient. Even if all serial rapists use pornography, that does not mean that all individuals who use pornography become serial rapists. I could provide an analogy here. The same applies, say, to let's start that sentence over. To see this mistake in logic, you can imagine a study that notes that most thieves often eat carrots. It would be a mistake to conclude that carrots make people into thieves because the fact of the matter is that lots and lots of people often eat carrots and do not become thieves. Okay, 4 and 5. Now remember, at this point, we're just assuming that all the premises are acceptable. Pornography makes people into violent criminals. Anything that makes violent criminals ought to be banned. Is that sufficient? And that, in fact, would be sufficient. Premise 4 states that any action that has a certain, premise 4 states that a certain kind of material has a certain kind of effect, and premise 5 states that anything that has that particular effect should be banned, since the conclusion states that the kind of material mentioned in premise 4 should be banned. These premises are sufficient. Okay, and that's an evaluation of the premises on the basis of sufficiency.